Yeah.
All right, so we're live right now.
Should be.
All right, and I can hear you, so I think we're good to go this time.
Part of it. It's a part of it, right? Always gonna have technical problems.
Yep, man, it happens.
Okay. Make sure this is. Okay. I guess it's working this time.
Yeah, like I said, man, I can hear you.
Okay.
So I think we might be good to go.
All right. Well, let's go.
Hope you're still with us. Stuff happens.
Yeah. Welcome
Live
back,
streams.
everybody. Take two. It's the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast, 3GW. Hey, computers. Real Biggie and Rob the Ambassador. How you feeling after Crown Jewel today?
I'm feeling a little oozy. Thought it was pretty good.
You should be feeling a lot of oozy after that main event. Jesus.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So yeah, Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Overall thoughts, I thought the show was pretty good. Yeah, not a lot of bad. No, I mean, overall, I thought it was entertaining. I thought it just flowed. There wasn't not too many backstage segments. I think they only had like the two with Byron Saxton interviewing Logan Paul and then trying to interview Roman Reigns. I think that was it. Other than that, it just kind of just went match to match to match.
He did have a backstage segment where he was interviewing Asuka and Alexa. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll talk about that more, I guess.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, how could I forget about that?
Yeah, but I agree with you that, look, man, we've talked about these Saudi shows. They've been doing this a couple of years now, and the first few, to me, were all kind of just duds. But they have gotten better, and I thought this was one of the better ones.
Yep, but unfortunately, some bad news coming out of the show in regards to Logan Paul. Not gonna give away the ending or anything with this, but he suffered some injuries in this match. So, this article on Bleacher Report, Logan Paul revealed that he tore the MCL and ACL in his right knee during his undisputed WWE Universal Championship match with Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel on Saturday. Paul, who said the injuries occurred halfway through the 25-minute match, noted that he may have torn his meniscus as well. Reigns, okay, so yeah, if he did that halfway through and still did those frog splashes, I mean, that's insane.
I was just thinking that same thing. I mean,
and he walked out on his own. He was standing and everything. I mean, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't notice anything. I mean, if all of that happened and he was able to finish the match, look, dude's already, you got to give him props, whether you like him or not. Dude's a tremendous athlete and was great in the ring tonight. But yeah, man, if he was able to complete that match with all those injuries to his knees, that would be unbelievable to me. Incredible.
I mean, yeah, wow. MCL and ACL though. So that means 9 months. You gone.
Yeah, well, it's not like dude wrestles a lot anyway.
Right.
But still, I guess I just would be curious to know exactly what part of the match where it happened, because I didn't notice anything different.
No, I was more worried about somebody else on the card being injured, but we'll get to that eventually.
Mm-hmm.
The show kicked off actually with the video package I thought was cool. Titus O'Neil with a pretty intense opening here, getting us pumped up for Crown Jewel. I thought that was the right choice. He's been a great ambassador, and they are kind of Triple H has done a better job, I think, of showcasing that more and letting it be known all the things he does. I did also like, because I'll probably forget if I don't talk about it now. Later on in the show, they show a video package of them doing, the Be a Star stuff, soccer game they did with the kids, and all the stuff all the legit stuff WWE does with the kids. So that's always good to see. So yeah, Titus O'Neil, like I said, opening the show, real intense. And man, that pyro display to open the show, I'm like, that was $1 million on its own. just the opening. But it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Did you notice well, it's kind of hard not to notice because they kept showing this stuff, the drones in the sky that they talked about?
I did. Now, first of all, I just got to say something. Titus O'Neil ain't the only great ambassador. You know what I'm saying? I just got
right.
Just put that out there. But yeah, I thought the drones were a nice touch. I thought that was pretty cool. They used them all night long, and man, I mean, I first saw those used at one of the Olympics, a couple of Olympics ago, and I thought that was amazing. And I was glad to see that they used it tonight. I think it, added to the spectacle of the show.
Yeah, because I was confused at first. I didn't notice until the Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross match where they had the hourglass. And I was like, that's not the digital. That's not the graphic they usually put up, and that's not the LED board either. What is that? And then when they did the sword for Drew, that's when Cole said, "Oh, these are drones." I forgot how many he said there were, but it was like a lot of them.
I believe the number I heard was 2,000.
Jesus. And to coordinate them to do all that?
Yeah, man, technology is something else. But like I said, I had seen those used at an Olympics. I really haven't seen them used anywhere else, but it like I said, it really added some. I thought that was great.
I guess we're not too far from Spider-Man, Far From Home, with Mysterio had the drones doing all the stuff.
Yeah.
Makes me think we're not too far off from that based on this.
Yeah.
But okay. We actually it's been a night of technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. So, the first time we came on here, I had to delete that first live video because I didn't have any sound. My sound just decided, fuck it. And it just left the building. So I had to play around to get that back. But we're here. It's just, one of those things. But this show, to my surprise, kicked off with Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. I guess if it what's true, Brock Lesnar says, if I can't be last, I'm gonna be first. So here we go. Didn't know what to expect in this match. We did not do a prediction, probably the first time and then a prediction show in years. So this would have been a tough pick either way because I had no idea. But I think if I was going to predict, I probably would have picked Brock just based on kind of how many L's he's taken. But I just wouldn't know how they would do it because I know they're trying to keep Bobby looking strong too. This wasn't no match. This was an ass whooping ended up by Bobby Lashley. My God. Like, the Goldberg match release was quick. Couple moves, bam, bam, caught Brock by surprise, and that's how he lost. This was an ass whooping. It just went on and on. Brock got a few moves in, but that was about it. Brock normally does his little trot around the ring, and Lashley cut that off at the pass, just attacked the man on the outside. I don't know how many spears he hit. And he speared him through the barricade, he speared him on the outside, speared him in the ring. He did take a few vertical suplexes from Brock, but it wasn't long for he hit the He did take an F5 as well and kicked out, but it wasn't long before he got the hurt lock on Brock twice, and Brock was about to pass out. I'm very curious to know what you think about this ending because Brock was able to muscle his way into the corner and put Bobby on his back. Bobby keeps the hurt lock in, but he goes down for the 3 count because his shoulders were down, and that's how the match ended. Post-match, Bobby did attack Brock again and left him. Interesting crowd reaction too. I'm still gonna go. I wanted to like it more, but I'm still gonna go low pay-per-view worthy just because you won't see this match on any TV card ever. And I thought that it was still very hard hitting. If you notice, Brock was pretty bruised up at the end of the match. And I still don't know how I feel about how they ended that. What it tells me, though, is that they do plan on doing this again. Probably either at Royal Rumble or Mania, is my thinking.
Yeah, I went TV quality. I mean, because even though you wouldn't see it on TV, I was in pay-per-view worthy territory, and then the ending happened, and I just didn't like it. I also want to make mention of Bobby's gear. It looked very reminiscent of Hulk Hogan. I found that kind of curious.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. It was red and yellow.
Yeah, and I just thought, was that a coincidence, or is he paying some sort of tribute to Hogan? I mean, not really a big deal, but I just found it kind of curious. But yeah, like you said, man, this was an ass whipping for the most part. Bobby pretty much manhandled Brock. Early in the match, he attacked Brock right away. I believe he threw him into the steel steps, and after that, Lesnar was selling the knee pretty much through the match. So I kind of figured, I thought that meant that Brock would lose. I thought they were already putting it in our minds that, okay, Brock's going to lose, and this is how it's going to be. If I would have been predicting, I would have predicted Bobby to win, so I would have gotten this one wrong. But that ending was weak. I did not like it. So what was in pay-per-view worthy territory, I lowered down to TV quality because I thought that ending was just sudden and just not a good way to end a match between these two. Obviously, they are setting up for another match between them sometime in the future, but I didn't like. I thought they could have come up with a better way to end the match.
Agreed. Got the women's tag team championship match: Io Sky and Dakota Kai versus Asuka and Alexa Bliss. I did enjoy this match more than I thought I would. Io Sky, especially. I mean, she's just insane. Like, she just was like Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I got
all over the place in this match, like she normally is in these matches. I thought Alexa Bliss did a very good job in this match as well. But damn it, WWE, if y'all don't come up with something else to do when more than 2 women are in the ring, if I see one more Tower of Doom spot in a women's match, whether it be a ladder match, tag match, any type of multi-women's match, they pull that shit out. And I man, because they had it set up like, I really thought this was just gonna be a superplex. And then once Asuka got up there, I was like, no, not Asuka. I think Dakota Kai got up there, and then Asuka came run up behind us like, oh, here we fucking go again. But I didn't let that deter me too much. The match was still great. Nikki Cross comes out at the end, knocks out Alexa Bliss, and Dakota Kai gets the pin to win, and Damage Control had the tag titles yet again. I don't know what they're doing with Nikki Cross, but you got your wish. And Book, if you were here, you got your wish too. Blank Woman is gone, and Nikki Cross is back. I gave this a straight up pay-per-view worthy. I thought it was fun, even though that Tower of Doom spot, I wanted to be petty and drop it down, but I wasn't, because I thought these women were really hard, and they put on a great match. I thought this probably should have opened the show, really.
Yeah, I think Brock is like, if I'm not the main event, put me on first so I can get on my plane and go right back home. So I think that's what happened there. But yeah, this match, man, I'm with you. Pay-per-view worthy. I enjoyed it. And like you, look, kind of tired of the Tower of Doom spots, but it does pop the crowd. No matter how many times the crowd sees it, they
I can't
seem
be the
to.
only one that's noticed.
Oh man, I've noticed
Every
it too. I've made mention of it on this podcast before. Yeah, I think they go to that card way too often, but the crowd likes it, so they'll probably keep doing it. I don't know, but yeah, man, the match would have been great without it. All four of these women can work. I really enjoyed the interaction between Io Sky and Asuka. It kind of made me want to go back and see if I can find some of their old matches. I know they were partners. I imagine they were probably opponents at one time too.
well, they said tonight this was the first time they had faced each other in the
Wow.
ring.
Okay. So then, okay. Either way, I'd still like to go back and just watch some of those old tag team matches. And I guess Io Sky's sister was also a part of that, according to Michael Cole. So that would all be interesting to see. But yeah, this match, really entertaining, solid pay-per-view worthy, damage control regained, and I figured they would. I think the only reason they lost on Raw was just to give this match a little more intrigue and set it up so that they could have another title change in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Yeah. You did mention earlier that they had the backstage promo, and there was a monitor conveniently behind them that flashed the Bray Wyatt symbol when Alexa Bliss was talking. So a little foreshadowing, I guess, for down the road.
Yeah, I actually thought something was going to happen during this match. I thought maybe she would turn
The
on
lights
Asuka or
did go
something.
out, but
Yeah,
not like pitch black. I think they just had some technical difficulties, like when we were at WrestleMania, the lights went out.
yep.
Wasn't quite as bad as that, but the crowd. I think the crowd thought they were going to get Bray right then and there, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, great crowd tonight. This was a really good crowd. They were into this card.
They were, but not every match is awesome.
No,
That's straight.
no, but man, but they can speak very good English. I heard some holy shit chants and
Oh yeah,
welcome back, and it was a great crowd.
yeah. Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre in steel cage match. Leaps and bounds better than that strap match. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. You hit the nail on the head last time. You said just get rid of the strap. It held them back. Yeah, they were laying in the shots, but it just got old and stale after a while, and they didn't even follow the actual rules of a strap match. There was no hitting all four corners. It was pinfall or submission. So, but this was just better. It seemed like they flowed better. They weren't handicapped by a strap, and they just were able to just go at it. Cross looked better in this match to me. His offense looked better. Drew always looks good, so I don't really worry about that too much. And I'm usually bored with steel cage matches. I thought if you're going to do this, you might as well done Hell in a Cell. I don't know if you know this, but they are no longer going to be doing the Hell in a Cells pay-per-views. So you and I attended the last one.
Yeah.
Still entertaining though. At the cross mind games, I could have done without again the pepper spray to Drew and the referee, but I the one highlight I have of this match is that Claymore kick that he put on Karrion Kross. Good God, he kicked shit out that man. But I thought the right man won, and he won in a way that could keep them both looking strong. He didn't get knocked out, kind of like how Bobby lost earlier, but he didn't. He wasn't laid out. He had the upper hand. But with this, Drew was able to get a win. He needed a win. He lost so many times recently. He needed to win this. But you didn't pin Karrion Kross. You didn't submit Karrion Kross. So he still has that going for him. Too much involvement from Scarlett still. I get it. That's his right hand and all. But this is not the way they booked him in NXT. She was not really involved in his matches to this extent. But better than before. I'm still only gonna go TV quality because I think this could have main evented a SmackDown or a Raw, not quite a pay-per-view caliber match. So TV quality.
TV quality for me. I didn't enjoy it quite as much as you did.
I just said it was better than the last one.
It was better than that one, but hell, man, they would have had to really try to do something worse than that. I don't know, man. Never have liked Cross, even when he was in NXT. Not really impressed with him now. And like you said, having Scarlett once again go to the pepper spray in order to help him win, locking the cage, and then trying to unlock the cage so that he could try to get out and beat McIntyre to the floor is just, I mean, man, you don't build a strong character that way. It's just not the way you do it. There was a good spot where Cross was trying to get out. He was at the top of the cage and McIntyre grabbed him and superplexed him back down.
That was cool too.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. But nah, man.
Man.
I'm over these two wrestling. Now I imagine we're going to get the rubber match because they've each won one. So they're going to go to this well again, but I won't be excited about it because I just don't think these two work well together, and I just don't think Karrion Kross is that good. So TV quality for me, see what they do third time around, because obviously it's going to happen.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I kind of feel that way about this. Judgment Day versus the OC. Judgment Day having Rhea Ripley as well. Rhea Ripley is the best part of Judgment Day. I don't think that needs to be said. I mean, it's kind of obvious.
She had her hair different tonight. She had some braids or something going on.
Yeah, she said
some extensions or what the hell was that?
She was paying homage to Beth Phoenix.
Oh,
she told Michael Cole, this is a representation of Beth Phoenix, and rest in peace to Beth Phoenix. So I'm
okay.
Seeing some seeds planted for WrestleMania.
You think they're going to wait that long?
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Survivor Series. Who knows?
Yeah, because we've got Survivor Series, we got the Rumble Day 1, we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah. But the problem with this match is they've been doing this same shit on Raw where Rhea interferes and costs the OC the match, and look, there goes Finn Balor up again, getting the coup de grace and getting the win. Same old shit. I don't have a lot to say about this match. I don't really care. This is just they're stretching this out because I truly believe they're trying to get these people into a War Games match. But we've seen this so many times. I don't care. Middle of the road, Judgment Day wins from Rhea Ripley interfering. Michael Cole is right. This shit's got to stop, and bringing back Beth Phoenix to put it into Rhea Ripley. Somebody's got to do something. So middle of the road.
Yeah, man. I went TV quality. I liked it a little bit more than you, but like it look, man, I see your point though. This is getting tiresome. Watching Rhea, get involved in these matches all the time. But I still thought it was entertaining. And I think the hot crowd helps. That always helps to elevate a match. This is something that we could have seen on Raw. So that's why I'll go TV quality. It's something we have seen on Raw. So shit, yeah. So yeah, that's my grade then, TV quality. And from what I've heard rumors that it may be Beth Phoenix, it may not. I've heard some rumors that the OC might be looking to recruit somebody else from SmackDown.
Well, they're gonna have to because it's got to be Ray.
Well, I heard it's going to be a woman, somebody to take on.
Oh, okay.
I'll just say it. I heard it's Raquel.
Rhonda?
No.
Raquel.
Yeah, Raquel.
Oh, that would make sense because her and Rhea are best friends in real life. So.
Right.
Okay. All right.
We'll see. Look, her or Beth, either one, I think it'll make a good match either way, but I just heard Raquel.
Yeah. All right. Moving right along, just as this show did. We got What is he? The monster among all monsters? Braun Strowman going up against the Nigerian giant Omos. I had concerns going into this match because I didn't know how Omos was going to work with somebody technically smaller than him, but still a very large man. Like, it's really strange watching Braun Strowman look up to somebody and not just kind of look up. I mean, he has to look up. The press conference was a little weird. I don't know if I want to fight you. I'm going to bury my face in your chest, but that's what he did. So I was curious how this match was going to go. I'll say this, for two really big guys, and Braun is more athletic than most guys his size. Let's give him credit there. Omos looks, this was the best he's looked to me. You can tell that he's really been working hard on his in-ring and his timing, and storytelling, working the crowd, working the camera, like putting it all together. So he's making progress, he's making strides, and he's not so stiff and slow. I mean, with him, you really do have to take into accountability his size. The guy's 7'3", 400 something pounds. That's a lot of humanity to move. And for him to move as well as he does, kudos to him. Braun, the story in this was going to be this is the biggest David you're going to see, but David versus Goliath, with Braun finally being able to hit the running power slam and getting the win. I thought this could have used maybe 2 running power slams, but then I was like, it's probably hard enough to pick up Omos once. So let's not risk injury trying to do it twice. But I thought, yeah, like kind of like the Brock and Lashley match, Omos dominated majority of the match, and Braun kind of caught him on a mistake and hit the running power slam for the win. And but Omos, like I said, is progressing and he's getting better. He'll be just fine.
Did you give your grade?
Oh, I'm still gonna go, and it's not, and when I give this, it's not an insult. TV quality, just because I felt like, again, this would have been a great Raw main event or great SmackDown main event. Like, send people home with this.
Okay, well, I went middle of the road because I was at TV quality. Look, 2 big guys like this, for guys their size, they move around pretty good. But because of their sizes, they're kind of limited as to their skill set. We're not going to see any high-flying moves. We're not going to see a lot of chain wrestling. We're just going to see kind of what we saw, test of strength, body slams, things like that. And I agree with you that Omos has really come a long way. We already know that Braun is a pretty good big man, but Omos is the one who's newer to the sport and is kind of new, working on his own. You know, he spent some time with AJ, which I think really benefited him and helped his craft. So now he's doing it on his own. And I thought, in probably the big, we've seen him take on jobbers, no-name jobbers, but to take on a wrestler of Braun's caliber, I thought he really did good. Like you said, playing to the camera, man. He was talking a lot of shit, man. And he was really convincing at it. Once again, you mentioned it. This was reminiscent of the first match between Lesnar and Lashley, where one guy appeared to dominate the entire match. And then at the end, Braun gets this power slam from out of nowhere. And wow, he walks away with the win. Just kind of weak to me. Brought it down because that just seemed, I guess it's believable given the fact that Omos is the young up and comer pretty much. And Braun is the veteran, between the two. So maybe it's not so unbelievable. It just seemed kind of sudden and I just didn't like it. So it brought it down for me and I went middle of the road.
Definitely sudden. Usos defending their tag team titles against the Brawling Brutes. I am gonna give this a low pay-per-view worthy. I think that this was a good match. I really think they told a story and they got people hooked and they made it seem like the Brawling Brutes made it seem like they could have won a couple times, especially when I don't know what the hold was, but Butch had, I want to say he had Jimmy and he was doing this, the finger manipulation, which I can't stand. And uh Ridge Holland had Jay in a submission. I really thought, I'm like, how y'all gonna get out of this? But they did. I did like the finish. I thought the finish was creative, hitting the 1D off the top rope on the Butch to get the win. I like the callbacks with Ridge Holland hitting not the 10 beats, but the 9 beats of the Balor, and which are paying homage to Sheamus. It was a good match. I thought, it's in a bad spot on the card because it's kind of in a breather spot to give people a break, but I still think the good work was done. Usos really don't phone it in. Brawling Bruce definitely don't phone it in. I thought this was, yeah, you can see something like this in the main event on TV, but I think they put just a tad bit more effort into this. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it just barely, but pay-per-view worthy. I think it was better than the last 2 matches for sure.
Man, for me, this was pay-per-view worthy. And I almost went high pay-per-view worthy on this. I enjoyed this. To me, this was the best match on the card to this point. The Usos always do good work, and the Brutes do too. And I like the rivalry between these guys. I think they work well together. We saw Ridge Holland lift up both Usos on his shoulders and carry him for a while and then throw him back over, like backflip him. Like you said, we saw, I almost said Pete Dunne, but Butch with the joint manipulation. And man, I had fun with this match. The crowd was once again hot. And yeah, man, I went high pay-per-view worthy. Up to this point, the best match on the card for me.
I'm mad about it. Not mad about it at all. It's just they're just so limited in tag teams. I mean, I guess that's the biggest issue. But like you said, good work. I am so damn curious what you think about this match. Man. Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's Championship against Bayley. I paid more attention to this match than I did, I think, any other of the night. Yeah, this might come as a surprise, or maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea what you think, but man.
Ooh.
And let me explain why I'm giving this some bullshit. Okay.
Okay.
Did the women work hard in the match? Yes. Was this not the sloppiest damn women's match all year? Yes. Okay. Bianca was beyond sloppy in this match. I thought she hurt Bayley not once, not twice, 3 or 4 times that I thought legitimately hurt Bayley. What the fuck was up with the golf cart? You drove it out so slow. You weren't going to run her over. Okay. Then you had to drive down, and Bianca slowed down before she got to the table. And it did all that goofy shit with it.
Yeah, and then didn't get the table spot right the first time.
That was another one. You threw her off, and you down there broke Bailey's back because you didn't even miss the table completely. Like, she caught the edge of the table, and it was just like, this was awful. The KOD that was supposed to be on the chair, I thought she might have, messed up Bailey's groin or inner thigh. So many bad spots in here. So this is me. Some of y'all might think I'm being nitpicky, but no. There was too many times this match where legit injuries could have happened. And the pacing and the time was so bad in this match. I'm sorry. I know they tried. But this is the bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Bianca won. And the ending too. That was so lazy. Strapping her in the ladder and pushing her in the corner. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be a little nicer than you and go middle of the road. But I had all the same problems with this match that you did. When the match first started, we saw Bayley grab a kendo stick and trying to hit Bianca with it, and Bianca doing all these matrix moves and shit, not getting hit with the kendo stick. Same thing. She bought in a chair. Same thing. I'm like, okay, are we going to see somebody get hit with a chair or a stick, or is finally we did. And then look, I'm always nervous when the match leaves the ring and they go up the ramp. We first saw Bayley try to put Bianca in a trunk, right? But she didn't lock the damn trunk. She didn't sit on it. She didn't do anything. So Bianca, she's not going to be able to get out of the trunk.
I'm sorry. That just made me remember something else.
Yeah.
The spot with the steel steps and Bailey put the ladder on top of the steel steps. I'm like, are you going to sit on it so she can't get out? Because that would make fucking sense.
Yeah.
No. I'm just going to sit it here.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. So yeah, you just put her in a trunk and you think that's it. She's not going to be able to get out of the trunk. You don't think maybe if you lock it, she can't get out, or if you sit on it, she can't get no. Then when I saw the golf cart, I'm like, okay, this shit could go off the rails right now. Because obviously we know Bayley is just not going to run over Bianca with the golf cart.
No,
right?
I was thinking maybe Bianca will jump on it and then she'll drive her off the edge of the ramp. She'll go through some tables, and then that'll be how she wins.
And I don't know if you noticed, but like the golf cart had like a ceiling, like a top on it.
Yeah.
And Bayley was on it. And if you looked, it looked like something inside the golf cart was giving away. I was wondering if like it was going to collapse and fall in,
She was holding on tight.
Yeah. And then, like you said, drove down the ramp, and Bianca tried to pick Bayley up off of the top of the cart, slam her onto the table. Should have broke the table. It didn't. So she had to pick her up a little bit later, power bomb her through the table. Decent coverage of the mistake. But like you said, slop, man. This is look, a stipulation doesn't always make a match better. Sometimes it makes it a lot worse. No. And we've seen that a lot lately. I just think this match would have been better if it was just a straight up match. And then look, if you're telling me that somebody's not going to get up by the count of 10, I get tired of them always. If you're going to have these matches, somebody should just take the loss. Somebody should get knocked the hell out and just can't get up. That is a real last person standing. When you trap someone to where they can't get up, I mean, that's just kind of trickery to me. That's just kind of a cheap way to go. If you're telling me that it's the last person standing, that means one person has knocked the other person out. They can't get up. In this case, it wasn't Bayley. Yeah, technically she couldn't get up because she was trapped.
She was stuck.
Right, she was stuck. She wasn't knocked out. She wasn't incapacitated. If it wasn't for this ladder being wedged under this part of the ring, she could have easily gotten up and continued the match. I hate when they end matches that way. If you're going to do this kind of match, we want to see someone get knocked out. But instead, you're trying to protect the wrestler by having them lose, but saying, oh, well, she trapped me. She did this. He did that. Weak. Don't have the stipulation if you are not going to give us a satisfying ending. And this wasn't a satisfying ending, middle, or beginning. Still, I'm going middle of the road, but I am not mad about you giving it some bullshit.
Yeah, man, I was close to giving something else, but I said, nah, I can't go quite go that far. They did take some nasty bumps. But man, it was ugly.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what to make of this anymore. I need more though. We did the whole White Rabbit clues and trying to figure out who you were when you first came back. All right, we figured out it was Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt came back. Cool. Now it's every promo he comes out, he's just going on and on about the past. And I'm just like, okay, I get it. You had it was rough on you. You lost Brody. You weren't in love with the Fiend character. I get it. But how many times you gonna come out and talk about this? And then how many times we gonna just wait for Uncle Howdy to come out and interrupt you, or whoever is gonna come out next, interrupt you, and then that's gonna be it. And I think there's been speculation, people are trying to guess who Uncle Howdy is, and is it Aleister Black because of the one contact, because Malachi Black did that. Tonight was kind of like, okay, it's Bray Wyatt in a mask doing some type of pre-recorded thing, because the Uncle Howdy face is clearly a mask as well.
Yeah, I just assumed that was Bray.
It's
I don't know why
Bray.
people are guessing someone else.
Yeah. Because they think there's a Wyatt 6, like there's 6, because when he came back, they had those 6 people or 4 people, however many people there were dressed up as his characters. So they think there's going to be a faction or a new Wyatt family, the Wyatt 6 or whatever. Yeah, because the one promo he had on SmackDown, he was talking about how vicious he was gonna be. He wasn't gonna hold back anymore in the ring. I'm like, okay, are you ever gonna wrestle? They flew you all the way to Saudi Arabia just to talk. It's like, I guess, and I don't know. I just want to see. I just need to see something different, something more to keep me hooked, because the way you came back was done so well. But man, if I'm being honest, this is, I haven't lost interest or anything like that, but then just not. I don't know how to say it. It's just do something else. Let's continue the story. It's just like you've been stuck on the same track on repeat for the last 3 weeks. You've been coming out doing the same thing. Let's get to the next thing.
Well, man, I agree. We live in a time now where people have short attention spans. You've got to give people something. The first couple of times Bray did this, I'm like, okay, he's trying to lay the foundation, build the character, kind of give us an idea on where he's going, what he's doing. But now it's kind of the same thing every week. I don't know if you watched SmackDown last night, but he did this thing where he started doing this promo, and one of the, I don't know if he's real security or something backstage, kind of interrupted him. And Bray kind of got in his face talking about, I'm kind of mad, I'm angry, and I don't want to be this guy, I don't want to do this thing. And he told the guy to apologize, and then told him to just run, because apparently the anger raising up in Bray was out of control. So I know Bray is trying to do something. I know he's a different kind of thinker as far as wrestling goes. He's very creative, but you are in danger of losing people and getting people disinterested in what you're doing. Now, we mentioned the little scene or interruption that happened during the backstage interview involving Alexa. So Alexa is somehow connected to all this. She has past history with Bray, so that makes sense. But I guess what I would just say is, Bray, get to the point. And at the end of the day, we want to see you wrestle. So get in the ring. Speed this up, because we were excited to see you. But the reason why we're excited to see you is because we love your creativity, but we also love what you do in the ring. So, take it to the ring.
Yeah. Or just give us more. Just the same stuff every week. And it's like, okay. And for all that setup, for y'all to set that house up and then walk out and stuff, I mean, just give us some more.
And they flew him all the way over for that. They could have just did a video package.
Yeah. Yeah. Main event: Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. And if you missed the beginning of the show, Well, Mr. Logan Paul suffered some injuries in this match, torn ACL and MCL and his meniscus. Um, Coming into this, I thought that this probably could be a good match. I thought a good opponent for Roman to really have one of his better matches, and he did. Um, Logan and Roman had great chemistry, a lot of back and forth, a lot of taunting, a lot of trash talk between both of them. Love when Roman talks trash because he's just like, talking in the camera and it's like he's speaking to me. So yeah, ain't no more YouTubers coming on here. This is it. This is the last one. And I like that. I like this promo he cut on Raw. They knocked the Miz out. I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of people talking about can't nobody knock me out. Yeah, I love all that. But Logan Paul, I mean, you just don't expect somebody the third match ever to perform the way he's performing. He doesn't miss a beat. He knows the hard camera. He knows the spots. He knows how to convert moves. The only time he looked like he was kind of counting his steps was when he did the standing the back flip he did on Roman. But other than that, I thought he looked great. That man did a frog splash with a cell phone in his hand. I'm curious to see the video of that. But I'm curious where in the match he got hurt because I couldn't tell he was hurt. Jake Paul did come out. This is the part I didn't like. Okay, the match turned kind of a shit show once Jake Paul came out. Then the Usos came out. Then Jake Paul came out. Then you had Solo Sikoa come out and do absolutely nothing. Just for Roman to hit the Superman punch and hit the spear for the win. Maybe they went home like that because maybe at that point Logan knew he was hurt. Well, he said he knew he was hurt halfway through, but maybe he just was like, okay, we need to stop because I don't want to make this any worse. But I just could not tell he was hurt at all. I don't know how anybody could tell he was hurt. He was standing, he was getting up, he looked fine. Not wincing, not grabbing at his leg, nothing. So I think everybody knew Roman was going to win this match. They obviously had bigger plans for him than Logan Paul, but it was a good opponent for him, and he showcased what he could do. Entrance was very Shawn Michaels-esque on that big platform, and then coming down. But I enjoyed the match. I don't know what or why Roman. He just looks so much smaller than me. He was so jacked when he first came back. And I get it. You're working more days than. Well, and then you're working less days. So you should still be in better shape. I don't know. But I'll still go pay-per-view worthy. I think it was a fun match. It was a good match. Roman did get knocked down. Not out, but knocked down by Logan. And a couple near falls. The crowd bid on big time. I did not because I just knew in my heart and soul Roman was not going to lose this match. But it was still very good. And for Logan Paul, for the third match, great work. Sorry you got injured. And hopefully you can get back in time for Mania.
Yeah, Mania is what, 5 months away?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah,
probably looking at SummerSlam.
Yeah. But man, I'll tell you what, coming into this match, I didn't. This main event I thought was garbage when it was announced. No way is Logan Paul going to beat Roman Reigns. It's hard to get invested in the match when you know for sure that the big dog is going to win. But what I will say is that Logan Paul is a tremendous athlete. And like you said, dude knows how to work the camera. And he really helped to make this a much better match than I thought it would be. And I'll tell you what, man, I know a match is good when, like I just said, I come into it knowing there's no way Roman will win, but I bid on a couple of those counts. The ref wasn't doing the best job at counting. And there were a couple of times I thought the ref was going to count 3.
Yeah.
But man,
the hand was coming down pretty quick.
I tell you what, it got to a point in this match where I'm like, oh shit, is WWE really, really gonna do this? Have Roman lose to Logan Paul? Because the match was good. The match kind of drew you in. It almost made you believe that Logan Paul actually had a chance.
Yeah.
Now, ultimately, he did not, and that was
Yeah.
definitely the right decision.
Yeah.
But I was entertained. And when the Usos came down, they didn't immediately. What I liked is that they didn't start beating down on Logan. They went to his partners who were like in the front row. I think these are the guys he podcasts with.
Mm.
And then we saw his brother Jake come out, and there was a scuffle between them and the Usos. It really didn't affect what was going on between Roman and Logan. Solo came out, like you said, didn't really do much. But man, I thought all of that was all right. I thought it was entertaining. This match was much better than I thought it would be. They told a good story. They did everything they could to build it up to make it interesting. Oh, Logan Paul has steel pins in his hand, and now if he hits you with that hand, he can knock you out. Blah blah blah. But you know what? A match I thought I would kind of be yawning through, I actually was into. I enjoyed it. So I went pay-per-view worthy. It's a tough call between this and the match between the Usos and the Brutes, of which were my favorite, but these were definitely the matches I thought were the two best.
Yeah. I guess I'm just okay, I don't think you're gonna bring back Cody into a Rumble.
Right. Are you talking about who as far as opponents for Roman?
Yeah, like what do you do with him at Survivor Series?
Oh, well, yeah, that's an interesting call. Well, look, man, Survivor Series is 3 weeks away. That's going to be interesting. I don't know.
So he's probably not gonna be. See, I hate saying this, but
I wonder if
not gonna be on the card.
No, he might be on the card, but maybe he and the Usos and Sammy and Solo take on, I don't know, the Brutes, the New Day, and somebody. Maybe he don't defend his title, but maybe he's involved in the War Games match.
That's true.
That's just a quick early prediction.
I guess we gotta see if they're gonna do men's and the women's, or Raw and SmackDown, or how that's gonna work. I don't know.
Yeah, because like I said, if you got Roman and the Usos, Sammy and Solo, that's 5. You've got the 2 Brutes, and you've got the Usos, and if Sheamus is back by then you've got your 5. 5
Well,
on 5
Big
right
E
there.
won't be back. He damn sure ain't doing no War Games matches.
Who's that?
Big E.
No, Big E. Man, I'm wondering if that brother's ever going to wrestle again, because I'm not really hearing much about it. But I guess we'll find out at Survivor Series. I'm sorry, at Royal Rumble. I mean, if he is able to come back, because man, Royal Rumble, that would be that injury happened back in February or March. It was early this year, wasn't it?
Is that Cody?
No. Big E. When did his injury happen?
Oh. Cause he wasn't. Was he on Mania? No, because it was.
No, I don't believe he was.
No, because it was. I know it was the Brawling Brutes versus the New Day, and they couldn't get him on the first night, so they had to put him on the second night.
Yeah, I know Cody's injury happened in June, because remember we were there for
He was there for that.
So
Big E got hurt. It was either March or February.
Yeah, so that would be almost a year by the time we get around to Survivor Series. If he can come back, we will know then, I would think. But man, when you're talking neck injuries, shit, man, I don't know.
Well, I think there was some hoaxes for a while that he wasn't doing anything, but lately he's been making public appearances again.
Well, yeah, the brother can walk. He wasn't paralyzed or anything. He can do all of that, but
He wasn't even doing like public appearances for a while. He was just
yeah,
out of
he was
sight, out of
actually,
mind.
hey, he was back in Iowa City a couple of weeks ago for the Iowa Hawkeye
Mm-hmm.
Iowa Hawkeye game against Michigan that the Hawkeyes lost. But yeah, he was back doing that. But as far as taking bumps, man, I don't know.
Him and Xavier Woods and Kofi went to see they were at
Oh
the
yeah,
Black Panther Wakanda Forever
yeah.
premiere.
Sasha was there. I don't know if that means anything, but
Yeah.
Sasha was there.
So I mean, he really don't have to wrestle to have a WWE career. He could be a great manager. He can talk, he's very eccentric and energetic. He can still provide something, some form of entertainment. He doesn't have to wrestle.
No, I agree. If he can't wrestle, I do think he's very well liked backstage. And I think they will find something for him if he's not able to wrestle. But if he is able to wrestle, we probably will know by I keep saying Survivor Series, but by the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I guess we really don't know who they're gonna put in War Games, so it's a little tough. But
Well,
you're
like I
probably
said,
right.
if you already
You're
got your
probably right.
five,
They're gonna.
yeah, I mean, you've got Roman, the two Usos, Sammy, Solo. That's five. You've got two, maybe three brawling brutes, and then you've got the two members of the New Day. That's five. So you got your 5-on-5 right there.
Yeah.
Because Sheamus will be back by then. Sheamus just took, he got married.
Right.
Yeah, so he's not legitimately hurt.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he could be back. The Survivor Series is 3 weeks from tonight. What's that?
I
Oh,
said
I
his
haven't seen
woman
her.
is
No, I mean I haven't seen. Hey
fine.
man, look, man, when you're built like Sheamus is and you got money, that's usually how you end up with
I
those fine
said,
women.
well done. And she's a woman of color too. I don't know what
All
nationality.
right, Sheamus. All right, go
I don't
Sheamus.
know what nationality. I don't know, but she definitely got some color.
Okay, well, good because Sheamus sure don't. So
Yeah.
that's going to help the kids out.
Yeah. So.
All right, but yeah,
Yeah.
man, yeah, that's your 5-on-5 right there. Roman doesn't have to defend the title, and then you can save that for look, man, as far as Mania opponents, look, could be The Rock, okay? It could be Cody. It
Cody's
could be
looking more and more like the
I think, yeah, if Cody's
realistic
back,
choice.
yeah, if Cody's back, I think he's the guy. I'd even buy Roman versus Seth or Roman versus Jay if that whole split continues to happen. So there's lots of options for Roman that they could do either at Mania or between now and Mania. He's got some opponents they could do.
Yeah. Yep. But what did you all think of the show? Crown Jewel 2022. Roman Reigns and Logan Paul, Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, Bianca Belair and Lord have mercy Bailey. That was a train wreck. But let us know in the comment section down below what you all thought. What do you think about Bray Wyatt? How do you feel about his character and the characters they're introducing? Let us know in the comments. Keep them coming. Thank you for all those who have subscribed. Continue to subscribe. Hit that like button and share. Just wanted to give a few shout outs. Just a few. Andrew Henderson for commenting on the Trying to Laugh video. Martin Walsh, thank you for subscribing. Nicholas Mario, thanks for your comment. Dakota Hunter, thanks for subscribing. I love my boyfriend, thanks for subscribing.
Hey.
And I'll always want to shout out SP4, Phantom Ninja Gaming, thank you for subscribing. Anthony Francois, thank you for subscribing. We appreciate you all. More content on the way. I got movie reviews. I just have not had time to get to them. I apologize, but it's just been hectic and when you got kids that get sick this time of year, they just get all the time. So there's more coming that we've already done. I just haven't put it up yet. So thank you all again for your patience. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Ambassador, take it away.
Well, Big E, you know, you already said it. We love and appreciate all of our listeners, all the ones that Big E named. Appreciate the comments, appreciate the support. If you like what you're hearing, what you're seeing, tell your friends. We're here for y'all. Give us some show ideas. We will do those shows. Take care of one another, respect each other. It's all love. Thank you.
Yeah, we will get back to doing more Trying to Laugh videos. Please send us whatever Trying to Laugh you would like us to do, whether it's farting preachers or TV shows, whatever YouTube will allow, we can pretty much do. Send us the link. You can comment the link down below, or you can email the link at thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com. So please, please, please hit us up. Let us know what y'all want to see. Take care, everybody. And we'll speak to y'all again soon. Peace.
Peace.